can see you.
Hey, welcome in. Yeah, we're just going to be short and kind of off the cuff for this one. Um, but as I go through the review process on a lot of different books, I'm just curious where we align um, as both authors and readers, because we do have both subscribed to the channel. As an author, uh, my question is, do you write the story that is trying to tell itself, or do you write the story hoping that the reader understands? And I guess where I'm going with this is uh, when I look into other books that I'm reviewing, I always or generally do that reader's response section. And a lot of the reviews that I see there don't really correspond with what I feel for a particular book. It's to the point where I'm almost questioning whether I'm reading the same book they did. Um, but that might just be the way that I approach it from the reader standpoint, um, where I try to get myself into the author's headspace, and that's why I asked that initial question, uh, because I do think that a lot of authors don't necessarily write for readers. They write for themselves, or they write in deference to the story that's trying to tell itself. And yeah, anyways, it became a curiosity, as I'll see uh a 3-star review or even a 2-star review on a book I absolutely am convinced is either a 4 or a 5-star, and a lot of the comments in those lower star reviews don't reflect what was actually they don't reflect the story. So I know that a lot of times, people just toss out a review if they don't like a book without actually reading the whole thing. Like they'll get into the first few chapters and realize it's not for them, and instead of just walking away from it, they want to make that opinion known. I don't know. I don't want to get too far off this because you could really get deep into the psyche of, the review process itself, I guess. I don't know. it just it doesn't a lot of them just don't align with my personal opinions or views on that. So when I do read a book, like I said, I try to get into the author's headspace. Like what are they trying to convey as opposed to what was conveyed, and do I think that the two meet somewhere? You know, just curious. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Uh, I am interested to hear your opinion on the matter. Specifically, like I mentioned, that I know that there's readers and authors, and a lot of the time, authors are readers anyway. But yeah, moving on. I wanted to also call out the new playlist um, released by the Black Hollow Choir for Anthony Joshua Bish's Room 316. Um, Black Hollow Choir put out a complete soundtrack for the book, which should be releasing on audiobook any time now. I know I keep hunting for it. So Josh, if you're watching, please let us know in the comments if you have any update on that. But like I said, I've been hitting Audible every other day or so just to see if it's been up there. And that one will again be narrated by Ashton Moyer. I hope I pronounced your name right. Who did an outstanding job with The Lady in Flesh. So, at any rate, I will try to have the links for that soundtrack for Room 316 by Black Hollow Choir on here. Try and put it somewhere on the screen, but it will definitely be in the post description. Um, but they are also featured. I don't know how to phrase this. Featured in the bio section of my homepage. I, there's a link to their page or their channel in there, so definitely check that out. I've listened to a few of the tracks already, and I'll tell you right now that one's going to be on constant play. But at any rate, just wanted to check in, just drop some thoughts here, and anyways, I have a short video, by the way, coming out later tonight. It's a TikTok find and a really, really good author, uh, Blake Edward Andrew. Um, he's kind of a powerhouse in the TikTok scene in the horror genre, and you can purchase his books through Amazon, but I would highly recommend going to TikTok, and I have that in the video as well, simply because he does a lot of bundle deals on there. We get these books for some insane discounts. And the book in question with the video later today was actually free with his Haunting trilogy. And anyways, I'll have that. Check out the video later because all the information is in there. And then we will have the review video, the full review video, out tomorrow for Joelle Felker's Goddess of Ghosts, Secrets and Shadows. Yeah. Wait a minute. Nope. I continually get that mixed up. Shadows and Secrets. At any rate, signing off for now. Check that video out later tonight, and then stay tuned tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, for that full dive on Shadows and Secrets.